Hey everybody, it's Jess. Welcome to KUPA TV. Today I'm here with one of my favorite people of all time, Ann Chang. Hi Ann.
Hi Jess. Hi everyone.
So we have so many brushes and I feel like it can get kind of overwhelming because we've got so many acrylic brushes and gel brushes. Can you explain some of them to me and tell me what your favorite ones are?
Sure. Well, as a manicurist, a brush is a very important tool for our work, don't you think so? And I think it's very personal as well, right? We have a variety of brushes here, so I'm gonna share them with you and show you how to kind of review them and show them how to use them as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
So I've heard that brushes have 4 different parts to them, and that sounds a lot for just a simple brush. Can you explain all the different parts?
Sure. So the tip of the brush is the extreme end of the head of the brush. Generally, it will be pointed, but can also be straight across or fanned out when used to apply gel products or to create certain types of art. The belly of the brush is what determines how much liquid the brush will absorb. The larger the belly, the more liquid the brush is going to absorb, and the wetter or runnier your product is going to apply. The ferrule secures the head of the brush to the handle. The ferrule also determines the shape of the brush head. Generally, the brush ferrules come round, but are often crimped to create an oval or a flat belly. Handles come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. It is most important the brush is well balanced and comfortable to use. You will also want to choose a brush with a chemically resistant finish. Otherwise, the chemicals in the liquid may soften or remove the finish from the handle.
Okay, so those are the parts of the brush, which, yeah, who knew they had so many different parts, right? But when you first get a brush, I noticed they're really stiff and you can't just immediately put it in the acrylic or put it in the gel. How do you personally, when you get a brush, how do you prepare them?
Yes, so when you receive a brand new brush, it will come in a package like this or like this. So of course, you have to open it and prepare it before you use them. When the brush is manufactured, the hair is dipped in a starch to bring it to a point before it is packaged. So the first thing you need to do is to remove the brush from the container tube. You will also need to remove the plastic covering placed over the hair to protect it in shipment. Next, place the head of the brush between your fingers and break the starch loose from the hair. Fan the brush head out while rolling it between your fingers to remove as much starch as possible. Pour a small amount of your Divinity traditional liquid into one of the glass dappen dishes. Place the head brush down into the liquid and allow the hair to absorb as much as possible. Finally, wipe the head of the brush on a clean, lint-free towel to remove all remaining starch. Place the head of the brush back into the liquid, wiped 2 or 3 times along the rim of the dappen dish to remove excess liquid. Finally, wipe the head of the brush on a towel while rotating clockwise as you wipe. This will bring the brush back to a fine point. Your brush is now seasoned properly and ready to use.
I love this white brush. I think it's really pretty. Can you tell me about that one?
So this is our Divinity French Sculptor 2 head. So basically you can use this brush for French pink and white, of course, but use it with gel or polish. So basically for this, you just use, when you do French, you could use this tip to get a nice clean smile line with polishes. Let me show you. So what I would do next is take this brush, lightly dip in the acetone. Because this is polish, I'm able to use this and get a smile line.
And since the brush is so, the bristles are so short, I feel like it's easy for you to kind of
control.
Yeah.
So this hair is really fine hair, Kolinsky hair. So you have a great control with it. You see how nicely I barely touch the tip of the brush. I mean, I'm using the tip of the brush, barely touching it, and it's kind of gives you nice clean shape already. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you can use that as well. Like I said, both sides you could use with gel or polish. And this one, just you want to use it, you can kind of swipe them, right? Use them. And
I feel like that angle is really good too for clients who want that super deep smile line too. Yeah,
it's perfect for it. Don't you love it? And
so
look
nice.
How with the diamond body.
And it's acetone proof, so it'll look pretty
it's very
all
nice.
the time.
Yeah, so with aluminum case, so it will last you for a long time. And I love it that we have two aluminum caps, so you can protect your brush with it. And after you're done, try to keep it lay down straight, so the polish, or I'm sorry, the acetone that you use is not going to go back to the ferrule. So just lay them flat.
Which is a really good tip.
And with the cap, it has a little hole right there. You see it? So it has air, so it's ventilated, so it's nice to keep your brush nice and clean. Yeah?
There's a lot of acrylic brushes here. I would think that some of these would do the same thing. Can you show me like how each one is different?
So all these brushes are handcrafted from the finest Kolinsky hair. Now we offer bigger sizes, so we have size 16 and 18. We call this elite sculpting brushes. So compared to these two are just bigger sizes. So we cater to different nail techs out there. So these two size, we have this one, Divinity Pro Sculpting Brushes, size 8 and 10. Basically, all four of these are the same except the size plus the diamonds. In terms of hair, the quality are the same, okay? So just preference. Some people like lightweight. I have to say, although this one is very nice, but because the aluminum body and the cap, so it's slightly
definitely heavier,
little bit heavier. Some people like it because they want to have little weight so they can hold them onto when they work on a nail. Again, just matter of preference, but who doesn't like the diamond,
I love
right?
that one. Yeah, exactly.
So cute. Exactly. So it's just preference and sizes. Now I'm going to show you how easy you can use them. I love this hair, it's so fine, and you're able to get a smooth application out of it.
Okay, can you show me how to use it, please?
Yes, of course. I'm going to use different sizes so you get the general idea how to use them. So this is number 8, our Pro Sculpting Brush. Of course, this brush is already prepared and ready to use. So I'm just going to dip in here and draw it, dip in all the way and draw out. I just want to apply like a medium size. So what I'm going to do is just apply it on, draw out the liquid, and every time I draw out liquid, I'm pretty much just bring it to kind of fan out a little bit, and with that shape right there, I just use the tip of the brush and tuck the acrylic close to the cuticle area and then brush everything back. You see how it gives you a nice smooth application? I love this because it's already crimped for you, so the brush is nicely fanned out perfectly and just easy to use, and it gives you a nice smooth finish. And then you can just continue to apply as little you want or bigger, and that will give you a nice smooth application.
Looks awesome.
Yeah. So this is number 8 in Pro Sculpting Brush, and this is our diamond brush. This is number 8 as well. Same thing, the hair is very nice and soft, so you are able to get the same application, or you do dip in the liquid monomer and draw out. Depends how big you want. I would draw at least once if you want a big ball, but if you want just a medium, then I would say draw out twice, and then dip in the acrylic, and then put where you want to be placed, and then you just use the tip of the brush to push the acrylic close to the cuticle area, and then feather it down. And then if you want to, you could use the body of the brush and just press it down and press the acrylic into place. Same thing, it just gives you a nice smooth application of acrylic. I love it. So nice and easy.
So good.
Yeah. The hair is really nice and soft. And I've been using this brush. I have this brush, of course, about a year now, and I find the hair doesn't shed as much too. So that's another plus. When you invest in a good brush, you don't want to shed easily. So I would say I have mine for a year, and then I rarely once in a while I'll see a hair that's sticking up, or you know, it's kind of like going crazy. Then I'll just kind of use a scissor and just cut that off. But I still don't have a problem after a year, so it's really good. So for those that want a bigger size, so this is a size 16. I normally don't use this size because I find it's too big.
Yeah, it's huge.
But you know, so with the bigger size, you just have to use less liquid. So yeah, so same thing. This you put it, dip it in, and I would say draw at least 2-3 times if I want a smaller bead. So this for people that really like the one ball method. So you could place it and brush it up. Of course, this is too thick because I already applied the other previously, but you could tell the hair is very fine as well, right?
It smooths it out really quickly,
easily, and you just use the tip of the brush to clean the sides, and you get the same smooth application.
Yeah, even though it's so big, it's still, you know, the bristles stick together really well, and you know, because that's the worst when you see a big brush and they split.
Yeah, I find that it dries out easily, but this brush, it won't, because the hair is really Kolinsky hair, so it stays nice and smooth. And like I said, the quality is really nice, so you will use it for a long time.
So the overlay is awesome. It looks so good, but what about a pink and white? Can you still do pink and whites with these brushes?
Yes, I'm excited. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you how to use this. You could use this with 8 or 10, but one key feature that I love about this brush is how it crimped and it stays nice and oval like this. So it's really perfect for pink and white, and let me show you. So I'm gonna use about medium size, so I'm gonna dip my brush all the way in. I'm gonna draw it once, and I'm gonna about medium size. I'm gonna put it right there in the middle, and with the tip of the brush, I'm just gonna pull that up. You see how nice and pointy that is? See, because of this brush crimped like that, it gives you an...
It's crazy how sharp it is.
Yeah, and because it's nice and crimped, so it stays oval and pointy like that. With this nice fine point, it allows you to do the smile line easily. You see how nice that is? See, with the point brush, you're able to achieve a nice, clean, crisp smile line. Right? And then you just slowly press into place with the body of the brush. It gives you a nice, smooth finish. Right, and then if you need to, just wet your brush. Make sure it's always wet. And then you just use the tip of the brush and push the smile line. The key doing this is just to keep the brush wet, okay? And use that fine point. And right, and then if you need to, this is why I love this too, is that you could use as little you want, pick up a tiny bit, and just put it right the ear of the, you know, right there, and then pull it up a little bit and gives you a nice smile line. See, I love that. That's so nice and pointy. Look how tiny little. But you know, with this one brush, because you don't have to change your brush when you do this, you know, you could just use one brush. And then to achieve that smile line, I'm just doing a little slow and exaggerate a little bit just to show you how the brush is used. But if you become more comfortable, you can do this very easily. Right? Gives you that nice smile line. Right?
Love it. Thanks so much, Anne, for showing me all the different brushes. I'm glad to know now that there's not a huge difference between the 8 and the 10 with the sparkles, or the 8 and the 10 that are plain. That it's literally just weight and aesthetics.
Yeah, I mean, I love them. Like I said again, with this fine hair, it gives you a nice smooth application. So just preference, right? And I still want the bling.
Yeah,
how about you?
Best. I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow Anne on Instagram. Do you want to plug your Instagram?
It's Chang _.
Awesome. And I'm OMG Jess _OMG_Jess on Instagram, and we are KUPA_TV. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Also on Facebook and on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye, guys.